Good morning. Sadly, it is time to leave paradise. I feel like I can see my ferry already, so I think I need to hurry up. But this island has been true paradise and I'm very excited for the next one. I'm not leaving island life yet, I'm just moving on to the next island, which will be a lot more off the grid. And I'm very excited about it. Off to Koh Rong Sanloem. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it, but it's what I'm going with. This boat is quite a bit smaller than the one that I came on with, but welcome to Koh Rong Sanloem. Got dropped off at a different pier, so it's a bit further walk, but I'm staying at Saracen Bay at the Wonders Hostel. Since there's absolutely no sign of bath, I am walking on the beach. And I thought I would get off on the main pier, but apparently this smaller boat drops you off at Paradise Pier, which is quite a bit farther away. But you know, a nice walk in the heat with all my luggage does the soul some good. It does look very pretty though. I don't know if people are still sleeping, but I'm walking past all of these resorts. There's nobody there. If I look like out in the distance, I don't see anybody in the sea here. People just sleeping or going on day trips, or is there just nobody here? That would be cool, a private island all to myself. So far, first impressions, the beach at the previous hostel was way nicer. Like the beaches here, they're not very clean, the water doesn't look like as nice and appetizing, but as nice and inviting. I mean, look at this. I do want to try and walk to the other side. There's, I think it's like a 30-minute walk, or you can go to a lazy beach. I'm not gonna do it today. I think today I'm just gonna chill here, do some swimming, but maybe tomorrow. And maybe that will give me a better impression. Right now it's just a whole lot of construction. Seriously. This was not the plan, and honestly it looks quite deep. This seems to be the only other option. Alright, I made it. Now onwards we go. The beach looks a lot better here. And we're off. I just chilled for a bit, I checked into my hostel, and there's a waterfall at the end of this beach. I'm not planning on doing too much today. It is quite overcast, so it's not very sunny, which is great because it's gonna give my skin some well-needed break. But I'm just heading over to the waterfall. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Should be about a 10-minute walk. The water here is so much calmer than Koh Rong. Koh Rong had pretty big waves, but this is nice. Maybe when a boat comes by, but so far it's very flat and still. It's also a lot quieter. Like on the beach in Koh Rong, you could either hear the loud music from Mad Monkey where I was staying, and if you walked a little bit further, it was either a beach club, or even further was the Nest Hostel. There's just loud music everywhere, and here it's just calm, peace, quiet. It's great. Looking out towards the ocean, it's always a good view, and if you walk past the resort, like, it looks good. But anywhere other than a resort, if you look land inwards, there's a lot of construction going on. Like, I feel like leftover projects or unfinished ones. I mean, you can really see the potential, but I don't know, it's very different from Koh Rong. Also, I'm not entirely sure how to get to the waterfall, but it's adventure. It's a good thing that the water is clear. I'm hoping the rest of the way will be fairly easy. I just talked to some people who came the other way and had just been to the waterfall. They said it's really nice, so I'm quite curious to check it out, and I can already see a sign for the waterfall, so that's perfect. Just imagine how gorgeous this beach would be if there wasn't any plastic on it. And I know I keep saying this, but like I try and pick up a few pieces of plastic, and I don't have a trash can with me obviously, so just try to put it in one place. But for every 3 pieces of plastic I pick up, like 10 new pieces just wash ashore. It's really sad because this is such a beautiful island, but the plastic is ruining it. Alright, time to climb up. There's a little path that goes up. It's not a great path, but it's a path nonetheless, so we're gonna see how high up I can get. There are 2 guys in front of me who are doing it barefoot. I'm very happy I brought my flip-flops with me. Like, I love island life, like barefoot everything, but not here. Not in the jungle. Nature, you're pretty cool. Now I need to get down without slipping, falling and dying. You could go 1 story higher from where I was, but it was not a hike, it was more of a climb. Plus there were 2 guys in front of me who were doing it, and it's 1 didn't look too easy, and 2 they left all their stuff like at the bottom, which was basically their water and like a bag of I don't know what was in it. But I'm bringing my big camera with me because I wanted to take some photos. Whew. This is what I mean. So I decided not to go up because I don't want to leave my camera just laying about. Plus, I mean, I feel like the one that I was just at was the big one, and one up higher was nice, but I don't know if there would have been much of a difference. I'm gonna hike back down, and I want to try and find maybe a beach along the way back that is just a little bit less crowded. Like, everybody's swimming in front of the hostel, and well, that's great. There's also a lot of boats just laying about, so I think I just want a nice quiet beach. But there's a lot of resorts here, and I think if I lay on the beach in front of a resort I'm gonna get yelled at, so I'm gonna try to find something else. Honestly, despite all the plastic, I think I might just stay here at the beach. At least for a little bit, at least to get 1 swim in. Or maybe I'm not gonna swim here, I could just hear a lot of thunder. So it might just stay away, but I think I'm gonna try to find a beach a little bit close to the hostel, that in case it does start pouring. So yeah, and also I'm getting sand everywhere. Like, I need to find a new system because my camera is pretty much covered in sand. I also thought that I brought my like beach towel with me, but apparently I didn't. So whatever's gonna get wet is gonna stay wet because no way of drying me off. I don't want to keep comparing the 2 islands, but like the one thing that I love about this island already more than the other one is that things are in walking distance. Like, this waterfall is maybe a 10-12 minute hike, or a walk actually, and then a little bit of a hike. Lazy Beach, which is on the other side of the island, is about 30 minutes. Sunset Beach, which is also on the same side as Lazy Beach, is a little bit more of a hike. I was told it's 45 minutes, but someone today said it's an hour. But even so, it's like pretty good, I would say. And yeah, you can see things here without having to rent a motorbike, which I don't even think is possible here. So I like the smaller ones, the smaller island. Now the one thing I will say about Sunset Beach, I think, is it's great for sunset, which is where the name comes from, I believe. But I don't want to hike down for an hour and a half, so I'm not entirely sure if I will visit it for sunset, but I definitely want to go. Let's go for a dip. I will say the water is a lot less clear here. Not entirely sure why. It's not as blue, but still it's gorgeous and it's nice and warm, so I'm very happy. Oh, and it's so nice and quiet. No loud music, no screaming drunk people. Just relax. Also, I don't know if you can see, but there are some rocks behind me, and I feel like where there's rocks, there's fish. I don't have any snorkeling gear or anything, but I can put the camera underwater. Maybe it catches something. I'll have to look the footage back to see if I caught something, but let's go check it out. I saw fish. I don't know if you could tell on camera. It was quite late and I feel like the water is not very clear. But I saw fish. It didn't look anything special, but still saw fish. Because it's so calm, it doesn't really feel like that I'm in the ocean or like in the sea. There's no big waves, which I like. I don't like. This is nice, just relaxing and calm. It feels like you're more. It feels more like you're in a lake, maybe. Still very nice. There are also so many amazing shells here. Like, look at this one. It's so pretty. Gonna get it back in the ocean where it belongs, but it's really pretty. And they're all along the beach. Like in Koh Rong, there weren't any. I didn't find any shells. Well, maybe like a few, but they're not really. There weren't really any shells. But here, the entire beach is just covered. The water here is also very salty. A lot more salty than back home. Since I don't have a towel, I think I'll just put my shorts back on and head back to the hostel, I think. I'm not entirely sure what time it is, and the thunder stopped. So that's pretty good. I feel like it's gonna be pretty much the same as in Koh Rong, especially since they're pretty close together. Like in the evening and at night, maybe some thunder and rain. But during the day, I feel like it should be alright. So yeah, head back to the hostel. Maybe, I think it's a little bit early for dinner, but maybe chill for a bit until dinner. And then, yeah, eat, chill some more. And I think that's pretty much going to be the day. When the sun shines, the water looks a lot more clear and blue, and the sand looks a lot more white. Like, then it looks like the picture perfect bounty island that I was expecting. Still, it's really nice island so far. I like it. I've just taken a shower and I watched the sunset, ate some food, chilled, did nothing basically. So that's pretty much my very first day on Koh Rong Sanloem. See you tomorrow. If I do end up going to Sunset Beach tomorrow, I'm gonna do a lot more research on how to get there, and I'm gonna ask some people from the hostel because this was pretty difficult to get to.